Dan the Natural Man Show. Hello, everybody. It's Thursday again, so that's good, right? Because tomorrow's Friday. So today, well, the title of the video is the importance of healthy blood circulation and how to improve your circulation. So, I know the first thing that comes to most people's minds about if you have poor blood circulation, you're looking at one of the biggest reasons, and especially in America, is because you have clogged arteries. Your arteries are clogged with plaque. And so we associate that with an increased risk of heart attacks and strokes, which suck. They're really serious and they can kill us, but they can also maim us and cripple us if we survive them, which that sucks too. Which one's worse? I don't know, right? But there's some other diseases that we don't even think about that are caused by poor blood flow. The reason being is our bloodstream is the life of our body. The bloodstream is how our body gets nutrients from our food and it gets oxygen to all of our cells and our organs. So if this blood flow is sluggish from clogged arteries and a high fat diet, here's some other diseases that heart disease can cause. The first one's going to be dementia. Dementia is on the rise, right? Dementia. 90% of dementia is classified as vascular dementia. Vascular dementia just simply means you have heart disease and your carotid arteries are full of plaque. So the blood over years, your brain is not getting all the nutrition and oxygen it needs. So over the years, while this is going on, your brain simply starts to die. It starts to die because it's starving to death, basically. 90% of dementia is caused by this. Another disease that is caused by heart disease is macular degeneration. The eyes start to degenerate, right? Because they're not getting the oxygen and nutrition that they need. Now all these diseases, they develop very slowly because the body is very resilient. And the tissues are still getting some nutrients and oxygen so they can hang on for a while. But if you don't do anything to reverse the heart disease, they're eventually going to start to malfunction. Another disease caused by this lack of blood flow is degeneration in your spinal discs. Because these discs, your spine, they have small blood vessels that feed them. And so eventually, when the discs start to starve to death, they start to degenerate because they're not getting the building blocks they need to keep rebuilding themselves and to stay strong. Same thing goes for the vertebrae in your back, okay? Another disease that is caused by heart disease is hearing loss, because the ears are not getting the circulation and nutrition that they need. Also, tinnitus can be caused by heart disease. What's some more here? Kidneys, renal failure. The kidneys have really small blood vessels. I think they're like, I heard that the kidney blood vessels are very, very fragile. You can take your fingernail and just touch one if you have a kidney on the body and they just break. So these kidneys are very prone to damage from lack of blood flow, too much pressure, too many things they have to filter. So renal failure is another thing that really sucks. And I don't know about you, but in my town, we live in a pretty small place, but I think we have 2 or 3 kidney dialysis clinics because it's such a terrible disease. And one of the biggest causes of kidney disease is, of course, your type 2 diabetes. But more likely you have type 2 diabetes, you already have some heart disease. Well, the low-fat diet, plant-based, can help fix both of those and prevent them, okay? So, these are some of the things that can happen if we have poor blood flow, aka heart disease. But And that can be depressing, but here is the good news: how to increase and improve your blood flow, okay? I'm going to say it again. I'm always going to say it because it's true. Low fat, plant-based diet with no oil. 100% plant-based is your most healing diet, 100% plants. 90% plants, 10% very, very low fat. Animal foods like canned tuna, very, very low fat, skinless, boneless chicken breast, other white fish, your lower fat, I think even white meat turkey. If that's the only way you can go plant-based is have your 10% low fat meats, so be it. Because you're going to be a lot healthier doing it to that extent than to keep eating red meat every day and all these dairy products and oils, all that crap. We want to make sure we're getting our fat low, equal to about 10% of our calories every day. To get these healing effects, you need to get your fat calories to only 10% every day, daily calories every day. If you do this, your arterial system starts to heal. The inflammation goes away. The blood flow starts to increase. I think within like 5 or 6 days. If you have chest pain from low blood flow to your heart, they're saying that within 5 or 6 days, 90% of that will go away because it already starts to open up. Once you start going low fat plant-based, your arteries almost immediately start to open up. Your blood flow starts to immediately start to get healthier. You're going to start feeling better. You're going to have more energy. Oh yeah, I didn't mention impotence. guys, ED, erectile dysfunction. Another big reason this happens because the arteries to our penis get clogged up. So we don't want that to happen. We want to increase the blood flow down there. If you're having problems, whole food plant-based, low fat, no oil, okay? That's the first thing, because the foundation of healing is the diet, is the plant-based diet. That is the foundation of healing. Plant-based diet, that's your number one thing you're going to do to increase your blood circulation, to improve your blood circulation. So everything starts to get better and heal, and you reduce your risk of developing diseases in the first place, these diseases of low blood circulation. Number 2, you want to make sure you're getting enough water each and every day. Water is so important, proper hydration. You want to drink at least half of your body weight in ounces of water every single day. Number 3, you want to find an exercise routine that you enjoy, whether it's walking, cycling. Like I love cycling. If you live, of course, I live in a place that has the rail to trail thing. But if you have a chance to try cycling out, if there's a place in your neighborhood where you try cycling, I recommend getting a road bike. You can rent road bikes from a lot of bike shops. Take it out and see if you like it. Because you have to find something that you enjoy. Like for me, I'll walk, but it's not my favorite thing to do. But my bicycle, I love to do that. I'm going to do it because I love to do it. It's a really good exercise, but I love to do it. Something that I like to do. So you have to find something that you love to do, that it doesn't feel like a chore. You look forward to coming home and doing that exercise that you love to do. Group down exercise, some type of strength training, whether it's barbells, dumbbells, kettlebells, body weight, rubber bands, whatever, that really, something that you can really push your muscles against, and something that you can progress over time. You get stronger. Really good for your cardiovascular system, to build muscle and get stronger. Lifting weights also improves your blood pressure, improves your blood flow, but also having stronger skeletal muscles. It's been proven that when you're strong, it takes the burden off of your heart. Your heart doesn't have to work as hard because your muscles are strong. And when you're lifting, and when you're riding or walking or running or elliptical or whatever you like to do, every time you do that, your heart's going to get a little bit stronger every time. I think we're on number 4 now. Number 4, we're going to go to our wonderful herbs if we need them. And I say if. I think everybody needs them now because we're one of the sickest societies probably in the history of mankind. So for increasing your blood circulation, getting your heart pumping, getting yourself healthy, I recommend the Dr. Christopher Blood Circ formula. It used to be called Blood Circulation Formula, but they had to abbreviate it to Blood Circ CIRC. This is a wonderful formula to increase your blood circulation. It also helps to clean arterial plaque out of the arteries. It works really well when you do it along with your low-fat plant-based diet. The next herbal formula is going to be his hawthorn berry syrup, Dr. Christopher Hawthorn berry syrup. Really good formula. It helps strengthen the heart. It helps protect the heart from low oxygen environments that you might have going on right now. It can also help with arrhythmias. Number 3 on the list, if you need it, take some extra cayenne. There is some cayenne in the bloodsucker formula, but if you really need some more help, take more just cayenne pepper. He makes a cayenne pepper formula. I've shown you on my channel before how to make a cayenne tincture formula. It's in the heart disease playlist. You can make your own cayenne tincture. I make a gallon for, I don't know, maybe $50, and it lasts forever. It lasts for a long time, you know. Those 3 things, very good. Those 3 formulas, very, very good for the heart. If you need extra help, you can do raw garlic. You can get a supplement that's really good. A really good garlic supplement might be Kyolic garlic. Dr. Christopher has a garlic supplement too. But for the most power, you know, you also want to get in some fresh raw garlic every day. You can do your fresh raw garlic and your garlic powder. So, number 5. Number 5, stress, unhappiness, and the guy that seems like it's really hard to be happy and not stressed out in today's world. The hustle and bustle, everything, and they keep raising prices, everything. But how do we deal with that? All this pressure that's put on us. Man, I have pressure. God, I know you got pressure. How do we deal with it? I'm not an expert on it, but the way I look at it is do the best that you can. If you've been, you know, made to believe that success equals material things like a big house, nice car, all these things, that's not true. Now, if you want to do that, that's fine. But for most people, if they buy all these expensive things, well, that actually increases the stress on the individual because, look, they got to keep making a lot of money to sustain all these things. And if they work for somebody, anytime you work for somebody else, they can always fire you or let you go, or the company can go under. If you have your own business going, that's great. But there's a chance that could fail too. You know, there's all the things in life. I guess the point is, think about letting some of that expensive stuff go. Does it really make you happy, or are you doing it to impress other people? Who cares about impressing other people? They don't have to live in your shoes, okay? If it's just killing you, like, oh, you're always stressed about trying to keep all these things, or you worry about losing all these things you've attained, you need to start letting go of some of it, okay? I think a lot of us need to humble ourselves. I think that living a more humble life is a lot less stressful. So there you go, guys. I think I've said enough today. How important blood circulation is, how you can improve it. I hope somebody got something out of this video. If you have questions, ask them below. Check out my page, DanTheNaturalMan.com. I need to get somebody to help me with that website and make it look more user-friendly. I need to put new articles down there. It's still a good website. I worked on that a lot, I don't know, a few years back. I used to put a lot of time into that. That's what I started out with, was that website. And of course, you want to find me on Facebook. Ask to join my private Facebook group if you want to do that. And remember, guys, until next time, keep it natural.